Holy shit, I hate lawnmower sounds. I just do, it drives me frickin' nuts. I'm at home, stuck here for a day or two, and everybody around me has a lawnmower going right now. It's like, doesn't anybody go to work anymore? But anyway, hopefully you can't hear it. But what I was hoping to share here was, let's talk about bear hunting for a minute. Bear hunting is something I do believe that nobody has to explain themselves for doing. I don't think hunting as a whole, no one has to explain why they hunt to anyone. If anything, people need to explain to me why they can't man up and kill what they eat instead of having to farm it out and pay somebody else to do it and pretend it's not going on. But anyway, you know the topic, you know the arguments, and you know how it goes. So anyways, bear hunting. Obviously, I've guided a lot of bears in the past. I've hunted a lot of bears in the past. I've harvested a lot of bears in the past, both grizzly and black bear. And then I sort of drifted away from it, more so possibly because I'm not really guiding right now. And I have a lot of meat in the freezer, or I have been sustaining myself with moose and elk in the past, mountain sheep. More recently, I've discovered bison through a friend of mine's ranch, which I freaking love eating that. That's possibly gonna do something to my moose hunting. And, but anyway, recently, I think just a year ago, getting on the topic of bears, one thing that's always triggered me is seeing something absolutely freaking huge. It doesn't matter the species, and it triggers me to want to pursue it, find out its secrets, and see if I can find it, if not even harvest it. It's just something about that one rare, elusive, absolute gargantuan, mind-blowing specimen game animal that turns my crank, gets me going. It ignites the natural hunter in me. Nothing I can do about it. It just is the way it is. It's how I tick. This past week, a friend of mine, fairly remote fishing camp, and the neighborhood around had a problem bear that was absolutely getting an absolute mischief, tipping over outdoor freezers, coolers, getting into the docks and the sheds, the whole 9 yards, trying to get dogs off porches, and it was a pretty big bear. And I decided it was gonna get dusted. Somebody in the neighborhood was gonna dust this bear. It was probably gonna end up at the dump. So I thought, okay, what the hell, I'm gonna get a tag this year for bear, which I haven't done for a handful of years, and I'm gonna go get this bear with my bow. And turns out, coincidentally, I think it was in 24 hours, the rumor has it that bear got dusted. Anyway, but there was another bear, another large bear that was on the porch at my friend's place trying to kill their dog, got chased up into a neighbor's property, done a bunch of other mischievous things. And I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll go after him, possibly. And then, of course, I launched the Zodiac. A friend of mine gave me for taking fishing, and I put an outboard on it, and all of a sudden the adventure bug went in overdrive, and the hunter in me came out full force. And I didn't even go fishing once. I went by myself, rain or shine, looking for bears, and it was an absolute hoot. And I'm gonna race back and do it again. So anyway, I thought I've tried to videotape every single bear I saw. I think I did it for 3 days. And then, so I'm gonna share them here with all you guys. And I believe out of all the bears I videotaped, there is one that I got real close to that I thought, you know, he's probably 7-foot bear for sure. Not much more. And I thought, you know, out of all the bears I saw, that one, the instant I saw him, I'm like, whoa, that's a big bear. And that, for a rule for me, is with all game animals, is if I see something and in the first quarter of a second of a glimpse, my brain goes, whoa, that's a big one, it's a big one. If I have to think about it, it's not a big one. And my idea of big is frickin' huge. Teach their own, it's just me. So I instantly beached the boat behind a rock, got out, and I was putting the move on him, and then I looked him over a little more closer, and I talked myself out of it. There is another bear that I saw 2 springs ago that absolutely freaked me out. It was so frickin' huge, I could not believe it. And I've shot some big bears. You know, there's a reddish brown, a reddish phase black bear behind me here, 8-foot bear. It was 7'11" 3/4. All right, so, and this is a skull from him right here. It was a freaking big black bear. And just so everybody knows, I'm not into skulls. I'm not into skull measurements myself. I'm just not. It doesn't do anything for me. The skulls don't really turn my crank at all, nor does the record book. But for curiosity, I think this skull was 21 and change. Huge bear. It took me 3 years to get him after I seen him. You know, I think I've harvested bears since. But this bear, this particular bear that I seen 2 springs ago is, oh, hopefully I'll put the photographs of him up here. Nice photographs from offshore. I've never seen a bear that big in my life, I don't think. Godly knows he's well over 8 feet, without a doubt. And he's running around. So when I go back, if I do decide to harvest a bear, it's gonna be that one. And if not that one, then one exactly the same. Because it's really hard for me when it comes to bear hunting. Personally, for me, if I am going to go out of my way to harvest a black bear today, it's gonna have to be something that's absolutely gargantuan, old, past its prime, and frickin' huge. And this is the bear for me, if I do it. Grizzly bears, same thing. I've harvested a lot of grizzly bears, and I'm not into skulls, but this is a big bear. This is 8 and 3/4 foot bear. Got him fully mounted. He's the one in the cave here, and that's the skull from him. And what was this one? It was just it was 24 7/8, I think. It's a big old bear. But again, I'm not in the record book for skulls, but for the people who are curious, there you go. Anyway, so out of these bears that I'm going to show you in this video, I think there was 1, 2, 3 bears that I would have harvested had I been guiding black bears. All mature, large, well, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 1. I think the one that was swimming was possibly a contender for someone if I was guiding bears. The one with the white patch in his chest for sure. The one I got close to with the Zodiac for sure. And the one that walked out behind me when I was making a video, he's a big, long, lanky, mature boar too, rotted up. So there's 4 black bears out of all the bears I'm going to show you in these video clips that I would have pulled the hammer on had I been guiding bears. Mature enough, big enough, for certain. Anyways, so enjoy the video. I'm going to go out and do that exact same thing again, weather permitting, for the next few days. And if I do come across this gargantuan monster, and if I can possibly pull it off, we'll see how it all lines up. And I will harvest him with my bow if the opportunity presents itself. If it doesn't, oh well, no big deal. But either way, for me right now, the hunter in me has been triggered to the max. I'm absolutely into it, and it's fun. It's a fun state of mind to be in. I'm excited. I can't wait to get out there, and it's a lot of fun. But I am definitely practicing, what's it called? Selective hunting. I'm selectively hunting right now, and if I do pull that trigger, if I do send that arrow off, it's not going to be at anything less than an absolute freak me out. Oh my God, look at the size of that thing. Black bear. See what happens. So that's what I'm doing. This is what I saw, and I hope this encourages and knee-jerks a lot of you into going out there and doing the same thing, because it is what we are. It's a natural, healthy activity. There's no shame in it, and we don't have to explain it. It's just what hunters do, and it's healthy, and it's there, and it's still available. And I encourage as many people out there to get after it and do it. All right, good luck. Watch this. Enjoy it.
That bear literally just came out right behind where I was videotaping from. Crazy. 16 yards. You're lucky boy. Beat it. 20 yards. Lucky bear. $15. You're a lucky boy. You're lucky you're not the dude. Okay? 12 yards. Now, 20. Alright, got a couple more to check out.